Welcome everyone to Startup Shuk. We are joined today with Uria Franko from Novacy.
Yeah,
How are you?
good, thank you. How are you?
Amazing. So I had a lot of fun in Novacy, but I haven't had much time working with you. I think I have met you like a couple times in the meetings, but
Yeah,
so I want to know your story. So you live around here? Just came by?
yeah, in the North Tel Aviv.
And
All
how'd you know
north.
about Reichman? You came a while
I
back.
actually have been here a couple of times. I joined a group in the Zel program,
Mm,
so I've been here a couple of times, but I haven't studied here.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So where are you from? Tell us a bit about your background, your hobbies. What is young Uria like?
Yeah, I have actually a bit of a different story than most tech entrepreneurs in Israel. I actually grew up in a ranch, like in nowhere, near Bet
Like with
Shemesh.
horses and everything.
Horses, cows, dogs, whatever you want. Most of my childhood was with motorbikes and wave surfing, and
Hell yeah.
yeah, nothing close to tech or something like that. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of ATVs. I played a lot of it like when I was young, so
yeah.
love that. So how'd you end up in Tel Aviv?
Actually, I joined the army. I've been there for like 5 years in a special forces unit. So
Mm.
again, nothing to do with tech. And in my extra time, I started playing with websites. My goal, my idea was to be like this. I think now it's called digital nomad, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it's called digital nomad. Back then, like 6 years ago, I didn't knew the phrase. So my idea was to make some money online, travel around the world, maybe go to Thailand, what every Israeli young guy do after the army, but to make money in the meanwhile and not just like waste off my reserves traveling and go back. So that's how I started. Just built a couple of e-commerces, like drop shipping sites and
Mm.
stuff like that. After a while, I realized that to do so, you need to mainly focus on social media and marketing and stuff like that. So I found out about a bot that just do followers and likes and random stuff like that to get organic reach. So I looked at it. It was about 30 months.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I thought like, okay, that might be a better business model to sell the bot instead of trying to sell online products, which it's super competitive.
Sell the shovels for people to find gold.
Yeah. It was back then. I thought it was easier. So just looked around the internet, Google, find out that I can just buy like this complete SaaS platform that does the whole bot thing automatically with already payment in place for PayPal and stuff like that. So I think in about a week and a half, I work my ass out. Don't know how to code and anything. Just put the platform up and just started selling it. It was a lot easier. Yeah.
How do you find people to sell to?
I used the bot.
You use the bot to find the people to sell the bot for.
Yeah. That's a bit of a meta thing, but I used the bot to find people. I did some partnership with YouTubers.
In Israel.
Not necessarily. Mainly in the US with a European guy. Like everyone around the world, it was like the boom of the dropshipping. A lot of
When was this?
I think 18 maybe.
2018?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, something like that. So I started back then. A lot of the dropshipping websites just opened, so it was easy to find clients for that stuff. It was harder to sell the product themselves because of the competition in everywhere on the like everything that you want to sell. But the bot was more unique. So with a couple of partnerships, affiliate marketing and stuff like that.
And how old were you? This is straight after army.
Yeah, that was straight after army. Before the army, I did something called Shnat Sharut with an extra year of like volunteering. So I think I was around 22, 23, something like that.
And what was the notch in your belt? What was your like, damn, I made it with this bot?
Oh wow! Actually, in the first few weeks, it was a bit harder. Like, who did I think maybe it was me and a partner. So I was on the tech side. I didn't know how to code back then, but I was on the tech side, and my friend was on the marketing side.
Hmm.
So I think after 2 weeks, we made about $2,000 or something like that. It was subscription, so it was pretty good back then for like 3 weeks of work or something like that. But we did a partnership with a really big YouTuber, and in a week after he posted the video, we jumped from a $2,000 to around $10,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, with no cogs at all, because it was just two of us. I already bought the platform for around $200
So you bought the platform, you didn't build it from scratch?
No, nothing. Just need to build up the services, like the servers. Nothing.
What do you mean when you buy the platform? Is it like for sale in like an acquisition website for SaaS platforms?
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. That's a good tip. If you want to, I don't know, just start something, you don't even care what, you can go to a website called Code Canyon, and they have like a lot of just like programs, code, extensions, plugins, whatever, for sale. So if you go there and in the search bar just type like SaaS platform, you will find, I don't know, 100 maybe of different platforms for different things that you can buy there. And just, in one click to have a new nice SaaS platform.
And you made 10 grand. How much did you pay for the platform in the beginning?
200.
200. Damn.
Yeah,
It was good.
It was 10 grand a month.
A month.
Yeah.
And how long did you run this for?
So I think in the next 6 months we grew a bit more. It wasn't like this exponential growth. So we did in the top around 20-ish grand a month. But to be honest, we stopped there just because we didn't see the future of it. It was like, okay, we have a side business, it's really nice. But it kept running for around 3 years, something like that. No touch, nothing, no updates, just there, working amazing, out of clients, making some money in the, just every month in the PayPal account. It was really nice.
That's amazing. Even now, I think a lot of people are still doing drop shipping, like in 2024.
Yeah. You just need to be a bit more sophisticated. Like you need a better branding, better hide that you are doing drop shipping, because it's just like a common thing now and everybody know about it. So
right now we have so many influencers like Eman Gadzi and all of these guys who are like getting young kids in their 15, 16-year-old to like drop ship.
Yeah. It's super easy now. Like in 2 days you can make this whole company. You have those website builders, brand builders, marketing builders, whatever that you need, you can do it in 2 days. Great, like create a new drop shipping site. I think it was a lot of like trial and errors. It was like, okay, I have this platform. It was a PHP based. I don't know why. It just
back then PHP like still popular.
Yeah. So it was PHP. I opened a file there. I thought I'm gonna see like a program or whatever. It's just like a notepad pops up, and I look at the code and I say like, what the fuck should I do here? So a bit of Googling, YouTube, Stack Overflow.
There's no ChatGPT back then?
No, nothing.
Yeah.
So it took some time to even figure out what I want to do, or like how this thing is working.
What do you need to do? You bought the platform and you need to modify. What do you need to change?
You have a full tutorial. Like, you get this zip file with all the platform inside of it. They tell you like put it in I think it was Digital Ocean. So drop this file here, go to the settings, edit the PayPal ID with the name, upload the icons, and that's it. That was.
Do you need to change like the code?
Yeah.
For like payments and things like that?
It's not a code, just like entering like the secrets values. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Secrets.
Yeah.
So just open like an ENV.
Yeah.
Fill it in.
Super easy. And then I want to upgrade it a bit. There was like plugins for followers and likes and whatever. And there, like back then, Gary Vee was, I'm not sure if it was like on his start, but it wasn't known like he is today. You know Gary Vee?
I know Gary Vee.
Yeah.
But back then maybe he's like, just a minute.
Hello?
Second.
Hello?
Okay, I'm good.
You're good?
I thought you were off, but you're on.
Okay.
So Gary Vee.
Yeah, so Gary Vee, he came up with this new idea. I can't remember the name. I think it was 180. He called it. I don't know why.
What is it?
The idea was to like find the person that you want to get engaged with, and just like watch his stories, like his I don't know, 3 top not top, but least liked posts.
Engage with as in like a customer or a client? Like,
Yeah, if you want to get him to look at your profile.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I needed to create this plugin that could like find a person, watch
Okay.
his stories, like a few of his posts, and do like the Gary V method.
And get his attention so that,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So I started building it. Like I figured out how, watched some tutorials, some YouTubes, Google, whatever.
And this one you built from scratch.
Yeah. Back then, I think 2 times a day the platform would collapse because I forgot like this dot somewhere, this extra whatever.
Classic.
Yeah. So I didn't knew what I'm doing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy. So yeah, that's how I started.
So this project is after the one you bought, or like you built one first and then you realized I can just buy
No, it was like an extra for this platform.
an additional one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it was a plugin inside the platform to just get ahead of my competitors. It was like really famous Gary V method. People asked us for it, so
Is this thing still live? And what is it called, by the way?
it called My Gramify. The name was My Gramify.
My Gramify.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is it still up online?
No, it's not online. But if you search in Google, you'll see a tons of like, is My Gramify a scam? Is it is it good? Competitors, whatever. Yeah, it was a big one.
Can I search it up later? No?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
You'll
gonna look
find
it
it in a moment.
Man, we need a screen right here, like Joe Rogan, so that we can. My Gramify. I'm guessing it's like for Instagram.
Yeah, you can see it. Like 3 colors.
There's new stuff already, like so maybe.
Yeah, but look at the images maybe.
Ah, yeah, that's correct.
You'll find the
That's a good
logo.
idea.
You can see it. One moment.
In the phone, Chrome only shows like the top results. They don't allow you to scroll more than 5 times. I don't know why.
Okay, so I added like Instagram, my Gramify Instagram, maybe like a couple of
On
years.
Instagram?
Yeah, so now you can see it. My Gramify review 2021. Is it legit, reliable, or a scam? My Gramify use cases.
2021 people are still like posting stuff.
Yeah, yeah. My Gramify alternatives,
That's very
Pinterest,
interesting. That's very
Instagram, whatever. You can see my partner everywhere.
Can I see?
Yeah, so you can see it here.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So what's next after Gramify? What happened?
After Gramify, I have a friend from childhood that just came up to me and told me like, Franco, I know you do this thing with Instagram. I have a really cool idea. Let's reward people for uploading content from physical places. Okay, so that was my actually first like kind of a startup. I was really young back then in every aspect. I didn't know what I'm doing and anything. So he came up with the idea, and we just started like to break it down and go to bars and restaurants and ask them if people will upload content, story, post, whatever to Instagram and tag your account, location. I don't know, hashtag that you want, will it be worth something for you? So the immediate response was, yeah, of course, it's amazing. We actually ask people to upload content and to tag us. Using actually a lot of the technologies from the platform, from my Gramify, it was a lot of copy paste.
Yeah. Of course, man.
Yeah.
This is the business.
Yeah. So we actually connected to the places, to the business Instagram account. And if you was like in a restaurant and upload a story and tag the location for that matter, you will get immediate message from the business itself. Hi there, it's so nice to see you having fun here. Get, I don't know, a beer. Yeah, so you would get instant reward for your posting. It was amazing. In the first day, in a small bar near Ashkelon, I think we received around almost 100 stories. The business finally could see the reach that is making. Like we counted all the followers that the people had and the likes and the comments and whatever. Finally the business had eyes to see what happens like in the social media, what people uploads. A lot of people, like, it was amazing to see like the aha moment that we had. You always hear about the aha moment. So the aha moment was we sat at this bar near Ashkelon, and we saw like this girl sitting in a table with like, I don't know, 6 maybe 7 of her friends. She just like picked up her phone, looked like weird at the screen, and just like whispered something to her friend. And in this moment, everyone at this table just posted something about this place.
Because they see they get benefits.
Yeah, it was just like a shot or something like that, so it was easy. The business, it was so cheap for the business, and they got like thousands and thousands of impression for the business. It was like super cheap.
It's actually such a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with it?
Actually, I don't know if it's a good place to come from, but it was like, man, I'm going out to Tel Aviv. I'm a young man, did extra time at the military. I have a lot of money. I pay a lot at places, and just like I don't know, this better looking girl, better looking guy, just get around me and go faster to the place. It was
Right.
like, man, I'm worth something. Me too. I'm paying a lot. I have a lot of friends that also see where I'm going and care about where I'm going. So I want to be valuable like the next influencer. I also have my circle that I can influence. So that was the main idea. Like every one of us has a lot of followers, has a lot of friends. Most of the times your followers, if you're a small account, not like this big influencer, so if you're a small account, most of the time your followers will be more resemble to you.
Like
Like,
close friends.
yeah.
More similar.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
similar to you, like in terms of the age, the place, what they like to do. So so if I have like 1,000 followers, a lot of them will be relevant for the business.
Right.
Like if some influencer have like 10,000, most of them are not his friends,
Yeah.
not from the same place, not from the same age.
So your word of mouth will be actually stronger, even though your following is small, but they're like tight knit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I would send my friend a message telling him, hey man, I'm at this bar, it's amazing. It's a lot stronger than I'll see this model posting a story, I don't know, visiting some place that I know for 100% sure they get paid for it.
It's like, what is it? I think Gal Gadot, who talks about Samsung, and she... no, sorry, it's not Gal Gadot, sorry. It's someone else, but this celebrity, she uses like iPhone to promote her Samsung.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it everywhere. So a real strong word of mouth, and also you get like the business get a lot of like customer loyalty because they're rewarding their people. The customers feel a lot more unique and like they have a real connection with the business itself.
Right.
Yeah.
And can you actually use since you have connected the business's Instagram with the person's Instagram, you can use that account again to like send future messages. Hey, we have a promo in December or whatever.
Yeah, we did it a lot. Like if something new comes up in the business, if they want to offer something new, if they do like a grand opening, yeah. So it was really good. It was really good.
How important was your partner in MyGramify in making this business successful? I would guess that there will be a lot of marketing involved because sure, you need to code some part of it, modify things, but most is done. So
Yep.
most of the work is like in marketing and getting
Yep.
people to use it.
Actually, it was super important. We started together. We did another business just like this one afterwards. Like again, Instagram thing, but smaller one. Super important. We actually continue in the same direction. Like I went and opened a few other companies since then, and he opened like this marketing agency and sold it, and we both went forward with it.
So 2018, MyGramify, and then
Yep.
a couple of smaller projects, and then this one, what do you call it? The
Overview.
OVU.
Yeah.
OVU.
Yeah.
OVU. And then how long did you run OVU for?
Around 3 years, something like that.
How old
Maybe,
were you
maybe
when
a
you-
bit less. Yeah.
How old were you when you founded OVU?
I think 22, sold it around 5-ish. Yeah.
Okay, I'm still good.
25.
I'm so good. I want to like always benchmark myself, Am I in the right age? Like, should founding stuff, should gotta start founding businesses. Anyways, and then OVU, what was your notch in the belt? What was your pride moment? What was your, finally, I can like move on to something else, or you want to like decide what to do next?
Yeah, so what to do next was kind of unfortunate. Like we had a lot of customers. We had around 200 businesses, like really big ones, even like hotels in Israel, in Thailand, in Sri Lanka. I visited Sri Lanka after the army.
So it's international.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it was. It wasn't like this US big startup company that just grows, but We had a lot of hotel, restaurants, whatever you want, and all of them were physical businesses. Yeah, so when the COVID hits, they were just like, okay, we're closed. We can't pay you anymore because the business is literally closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a really bad one. We didn't raise any money, so we didn't have reserve for hard times. All the money that we gain from the customer, we just reinvest in marketing, and we have a couple of employees and stuff like that. But when the COVID came and all the businesses closed, we decided that we want to sell the company. Yeah, we couldn't continue with like no salary, so we tried to sell the company in a really weird way, like this. It's actually really funny, but the only place that was open in the start of the COVID was these dental aesthetic places, like when you do like a teeth whitening and stuff like that.
Braces.
Yeah, that was the only place that was open at this time. It was a really big chain with a lot of money, and we told them like, hey guys, before you're closing up, we will freeze the subscription. We want to be like the one that takes the action so we can continue when it will end. You know, in the start of the COVID, you thought it's gonna be like a few months, maybe a year at most. So we freezed the subscription.
What do you mean freeze? You want to like let them use it for free at the meantime?
No, it's like, hi guys, we know that you're gonna be closed soon, so we'll freeze the account.
Okay.
You can still use it, but you probably don't gonna have any clients anytime soon. So
makes sense.
yeah, we don't gonna charge you for the next months after you'll be closed. So we have the power to reactivate it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we went up to them. We told them like, we're gonna freeze the account. You can continue use it. It's okay, but we're gonna be closed in around a few months. So they told us, no way. We love the product. We want to continue working with it. Let us buy the company. Let us have the technology. Let us have the marketing that you're doing. It's amazing. We want to buy it. And that was it. We sold the company. It wasn't like this big exit, you know. I didn't bought like a new house or something. But
Hey, game is game.
yeah, yeah.
Can we mention the name of the company?
I'm not sure actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know a few dental clinics, which is I'm also wearing an Invisalign now. So
Yeah.
like those businesses are essential. You know, you cannot stop your treatment, so
Yeah.
they will always stay open.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a good route. Like during COVID, it's smart. So what's next?
What next? Actually, after that, I was tired. You know, it's already few businesses. Most of the time, like from business to business, I like.
And you're 25 right now.
Yeah.
And when you sell it, yeah.
Yeah. Every time that I started a business, I had like maybe a year of like not working, no salary. So it was the first one I started at the army. So I was okay. All of you, I didn't had a salary for like a year and a half, something like that. So again, all of my money that I put aside just ran out. And when I sold the company, it wasn't like this big thing, but it was okay. I'm okay again. Like it was. And the next one, I just started working with a few VCs, did a couple of projects for them, joined the Zelle project.
But before that, so you never went to university formally?
No.
Wow.
No, I don't have a degree. I barely finished school, to be honest. Yeah, I have the lowest degree that you can have in mathematics. Yeah.
That's actually a dream of mine. To not go to school. When I was in high school, actually just want to like start building stuff. I don't want to like go to formal education, but I realized, you know what, my parents can get me to this, and I get accepted with a scholarship. So whatever, I'll get it done. But I actually had a dream to like not do it and just start building stuff.
It's actually, I think nowadays it's not easy because you need to grind. You don't have a degree, you don't know how to learn, you don't know where to learn. But nowadays it's really easy. No one code alone. Everyone code with Copilot or whatever anyway, with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So you can learn everything online now. You can just start. It's gonna be hard at the beginning, but my math about it was like, okay, I'm gonna study for like 3-4 years, maybe 5. I need to do like this extra year before, just to be accepted to the uni. So it's either gonna just learn for like 4 years or just gonna build something in those 4 years. What gonna like put me better position at the end.
And what was your parents' thought about it? They don't care? They let you choose your decision?
Oh wow, it was hard.
I would guess.
Yeah, they didn't said like anything. They didn't say anything, but it was like when I came back to the ranch, it was like, what are you doing on the computer? Stop playing games, just start working, go to uni, do something with your life. For a couple of years actually. It was until I sold the company that it was every time that I coming home to my parents, it was like, just do something with your life, get your shit together, go to the uni, work somewhere real, and stop like playing games. When I sold the company, it's just like it's shifted a bit.
Yeah. And yeah, but you were already in the age where most people would have finished probably their education. 25?
25.
Or probably not. Actually, we have the army, so
Yeah, in Israel.
people just began. Okay.
Yeah, most of my friends till now actually just now finishing their degree.
And how old are you now? 20,
I'm now 28.
28?
Yeah.
Right, 4 years.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So far is everyone just finished the degree now, trying to apply to those junior positions.
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore.
What are your thoughts on formal education? There is a very, very strong trend today,
Yeah.
and maybe even like since COVID, to not go to formal education and just start building. YC is like a big proponent. Well, they don't explicitly say don't go to school, no, but like it's kind of implied that go build stuff. Peter Thiel is paying people with Thiel Foundation to drop out literally from schools and build stuff. He will pay for you and your business. Obviously today it's much easier to build things, much easier to learn stuff online. But I think back then it's also probably the same, because even though it's not as easy to build stuff, the stuff you're going to build are not as complicated as the stuff you need to build today. You know, today's much more entrenched. Like you cannot just tell ChatGPT to build a startup and you'll sell that. No, even though we have higher tools, the standard of the products you need to put out is also higher.
Exactly.
So what is your thoughts?
So it depends what you want to do. Like some jobs you have to go to the uni. Like if you want to be like a doctor or whatever, it's not question. Like you have to do it. And if you want to be like in tech, most of the positions, if you want to, I don't know, to code anything, to start a company, to work in like any position in high tech, you don't have to go through uni. It's easier because you have like a really well-defined course to do it. Like, okay, you studied this, and that. You go to 3 years, you go out with a degree, you send it with your CV, and that's it. So it's easier. But I think that if you have the courage and like the willpower to go through a couple of really difficult years, like in the beginning when you get like tons of no for positions and you need to learn alone and to figure out what you want and what you need to learn, you can do it. And I think from my experience anyway, that could be a shorter way to your goals.
But let me ask you this. If someone choose not to go to university and go your path, sure, the first 3 years, 4 years, people are going to university, they're having fun, they seem like their life is set, but you're having so much trouble, you don't know what to do, basically. You know, big startup have it's not IKEA, there's no guidebook, it's just have to figure stuff on your own, learn stuff online. Sure, you have the biggest, hardest year of your life, but then after that, you start to get going and you make money and things make sense. But don't you think, if someone who also want to build a startup, but they do first 4 years of university, and sure, they will be quote unquote 4 years behind from you, but then in their 5th year, they will start from your first year. They will begin their journey in like having difficulty finding a startup, but they also have some lessons that have came from university. So sure, they are, you would say, late compared to you if their goal is just to build a startup. But don't you think in the long term, it doesn't make much of a difference? Because say now you're both 50-year-old and the other guy's also 50-year-old, but you have like 4 years ahead of him. Is that a huge difference if you take the 4 years in the beginning in advance?
So I think in a 20 years scope, maybe not. Like 4 years, it's not that much. But I can bet everyone that 4 years of working experience is much more valuable than 4 years of studying. You can do it alone. It's much harder to do it, but it's not like I'm after 4 years will be where they will be after 4 years after studying. It's not like the math, but I know for a fact that the 4 years that when you work right? So the first, year, the second year will be much harder. You probably won't get any job because you need to do everything alone and you don't know anything. But after that, you come out with like 3-4 years of experience rather than I'm just finished school. I know how to answer like those logic question when that they ask on like the job interview. But in effect, the job that needs to be done, you'll know better how to do it because you're doing it for like 4 years now. So, right, in 20, 30 years scope, it's not that much and it's nice to have a degree. It's like this insurance and you learn a lot of things that you might not learn when you're not doing like the uni. But still you can learn everything online. So if I want to do like this Infi course because I feel I missed it or something, so I'll just learn it online.
Yeah.
You just need to have the willpower and like I really want to do it. It's hard to do it alone when no one tell you what to do.
If you want it, you'll do it.
Yeah.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Yep.
In what case would you choose to go to university? And I'm not talking about like doctor or very formal training that obviously requires university. Like if you want to cut people up as a surgeon, you need to study. But in what cases, still the goal is to become an entrepreneur. But you see that, okay, a university makes sense. And the reason I'm asking is it's kind of what I'm going through right now. So I founded my first company when I was my first big shot, my big break, right?
Yeah.
I was in my second year of Technion. Back then, I still was in the path of like, okay, fine, I'll get an education like anybody would. Yeah. But in the second year when I founded this, you know what? There's just so much fun. I learned so much faster than in class. I gained so much more. Because building a startup, most people think it's just writing code. No, man. You go out, you travel around cities, you talk to people, you shake hands, you pitch,
it's amazing.
You learn how banks work because you got to make your own account, right? You learn how VCs work because you got to raise funds, and you learn so much that the people are just so oblivious to. You think people think startups just writing code and selling in Instagram or YouTube. No, man, it's so much more, and I gained so much value from that. So I thought I want to continue, but then COVID happened, and I had to also roll the rug for my own first startup, and I wasn't regretful because I learned so much in that like 2 years that I had the company running, but I had to make a decision. Do I go back to academia? And the decision that I made was to go back to academia, hence I'm here. But I chose Reichman instead of like going back to Technion because, okay, Technion is like amazing, but it's you want to become an engineer and you learn like material science, how materials work. It's very, very specific. I took mechanical engineering, that's why. But in Reichman, you have more flexibility, you have more like entrepreneurship. There's Rooney Ventures, there's the Zell program, which you joined. So in what cases do you think, would you argue, okay, fine, you want to become an entrepreneur, but the university is still like a viable, good route for you to take?
So I think it will be good for anyone. I think also if I'll go to the uni, it could have been good for me. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like the time that you need to invest on it, you could do something better. So I think there's a lot of situations where going to the uni and get a degree is a good thing. When you don't really know what you want to do and how you want to do it, and like getting up in the morning alone, trying to figure out what you need to do next and to execute it, it's really hard. Not just the willpower, also like the knowledge of what the hell should I do now. In those cases, I would go to the uni. Like, I don't know, I'm a bit like confused what I want to do and how I want to do. I wouldn't recommend anyone to go to the uni if they don't know what they want to learn. Because I have a lot of friends that just started like this business degree, finance degree, whatever, and they really don't want to do it.
The popular ones.
Yeah, just because they already want to start learning something. But yeah, I think it's really individual whether you know yourself and you know that you can go and grit for like 4 years before you get something out of it, or like, okay, I'll go to the uni, they'll tell me what to do, not in a bad way, they'll tell me what to do, what I need to learn, how I need to learn it, and also it's a lot of fun. Like
Tell us a bit about your experience. We're talking about Reichman, we should talk about the Zell program.
Yeah. I joined to a group at Zell at the end of like the year for a couple of months. It wasn't like I didn't do the whole program. So I don't know what to tell, like what to say about the program. I just know it really good, really professional. You meet a lot of smart people. You create a lot of connections, and it's really good. It's amazing.
But did you get like the Zell certificate? You can like say you're from Zell? Or?
No.
Okay.
No,
But you get the education, you get the gist of it.
Yeah, I wasn't there for a lot of time, so not all of it, but you get the essence. You get the essence. It's really good. A lot of smart people. You see a lot of like really big companies coming out of the Zell. It's not necessarily that they started on Zell, but the people that like graduated from Zell opening like great companies.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of Zell, or those people, they get attracted to join Zell, but they're already like that before Zell?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think like the Zell will make you a great entrepreneur, but again, it's like going to the uni. You get like the syllabus of what you need to learn and how, and they teach you like the essence of all the hard stuff that if you'll just go and start by your own, you learn.
Yeah.
But on the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my reservations with Zell, because I've spoken to a lot of people who go to Zell, and it seems very prestigious. It is very prestigious. Yeah. But I'm just, what goes on inside, you get just like classes on how to like raise funds. I mean, we can learn that online. YC Startup School, like just YouTube is so much filled with so much information about that. And this is the age-old question, right, of like successful people. Do they become successful because they went to MIT, or they are so good that they get attracted to this kind of stuff? They go to MIT because they're so smart. Yeah. Harvard, YC, Yale, all these tech stars, So it's an interesting question, but I guess it's a bit of both, I guess. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess you can see a lot of people that, I don't know, haven't go to the uni at all and created those amazing companies. Actually, in YC, I think most of the people that get into YC are from like the Ivy League, if you look at the statistics.
Do you think there's they have a discrimination where they just choose those universities people because, they have like a great parents, they have like strong network?
I think it's more of like a checkbox kind of thing. Even in a job interview, on a VC, whatever, everyone has their own checkbox that they need to fill. Easy, I don't know, smart enough, easy, have traction, whatever. And going to the Ivy League is just one of them. And it's easier when you have all the checkboxes filled in. So
fair.
Yeah.
So tell me the story after OVU. OVU first and then Zell, or OVU then Novacy and then Zell?
OVU, then Zell, then Novacy.
Okay, let's talk about Novacy then.
Yeah.
What happened?
Novacy. Wow. So actually, it's a bit connected to OVU, right? Okay. So because when OVU was still running, the COVID came and we started selling online. That's the first time I went up on Zoom. And I remember selling to this huge Israeli company. The first meeting that I led as the salesman, really huge company, just went in on a Zoom, presented the presentation that we prepared, and seeing nothing, like I'm talking to a wall. It was crazy. I didn't thought back then that I need to have like those two screens and put the faces on one screen and my presentation on the other. So I didn't see shit. And I remember myself just like pitching for around 10 minutes, which is bad anyway, but pitching for like this 10 minutes, stop for a second, move back to their faces, and just see like this one woman on the phone, the other just like almost asleep. How the fuck should you sell online? Like when you don't see the person, when you don't feel the person.
So annoying.
Yeah. So it was at the beginning of COVID. As I said before, we sold the company. I put that issue aside, go on with my life. Zell joined another company as a VP R&D, travel the company. And I always had, and I still have actually, a list in Notion of all of my ideas. Every time that I have a good idea, I write it down with a bit of explanation and just go on with my life.
I love it. I have that as well in my Notion. I can show you after. I have like a Notion ideas with a light bulb icon.
It's amazing.
And then just write down everything. I think.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So just want to start something new. Went back to my idea list and saw that I don't remember the name that I had back then. Something really bad. It was like physio or something weird like that. So
Physio, was it like a massage therapy?
yeah, nonsense. So I decided I want to go to that venture again, to start to build a new company. So I left the company. I started the ideation for a couple of months, and then left the company. At that time, I met Or, my co-founder from Novacy. I met with Or, told him about the idea. He's a salesman, like a really good one.
How'd you met him?
He came to help the company that I work for, like in sales. Yeah, like to be an advisor. I got him up like after a meeting that he actually taught us about body language in sales. And after that meeting, I just came to him and told him, "Hey man, you have to hear that idea. I think it will be amazing." And just like that, we started working together.
And how long was the process since you first met until you first started writing code, and then finally like getting an MVP?
So I think we met around June, May of 21.
Right
Yeah.
during COVID.
Yeah. I left the company September 21. We ran for a couple of months without writing anything, just like speaking with people. I played a bit with code just to figure out what out there and how difficult it's gonna be to build the MVP, but I haven't built anything that we can use.
So from May till September, what did you do?
Worked at the company as a VP R&D.
Oh, I mean, like in Novacy, have you like planned something, built?
No, just speaking with people, speaking with salesmen, with companies, with VCs. Not like to get funds from VCs, just like to hear their thoughts.
To bounce ideas.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Left the company in September, still doing those interviews and ideation process for a couple of months.
That's a good point, though. Just to pause right there, because a lot of people with ideas, they keep it hidden. They think, "Wow, I have like a Facebook idea. I don't want to tell anyone.
Yeah.
It's my secret. You should sign an NDA before I tell you," which is so funny. But you want to bounce ideas. You want to know if the market
Yeah.
responds to your idea. Like this is the first. You can't tell if people like a second-time founder, or like a first-time founder by how secretive they are with their idea.
Yeah.
You can tell, but you gotta share your idea.
Yeah, actually, someone told me like this really good phrase. To build a company, to build a startup, it's so freaking hard that no one will chase another one dream to do so.
Yeah.
So if it's your dream and it's your idea, you need to really convince someone it's a really big and good dream, so it'll steal it from you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go to my competitors and tell them about my edge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that, of course.
Don't tell people with like the actual ability to like build it, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't go to like if the biggest competitor of Novacy is Gong, I wouldn't go Gong CEO and tell him like, "Hey man, I'm going to do this and that. My differentiator is gonna be 1, 2, 3."
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. All right. Yeah, but I'll go to anyone that I can speak with, VC friends, not like cold email a VC with my idea if it's not if it's premature. But to friends, not to friends because you have this mom test, you know, the mom test, the book.
What?
It's a really big, like known book called the mom test, and it taking you step by step how to do ideation to your startup, like your idea, without like having anyone biased on it. Like if you go to your mother and tell, "Hey, I have this and that idea,"
Yeah.
it will always be
It's the end of the world.
yeah, and also with your friends, right? So
Yeah.
you don't want to get that point. So it's a really good book on how to do it without having anyone biased, because it's you. So the essence of it's like if you got compliment on your idea, you did something wrong. Yeah, you need to figure out the pain, the problem that you want to solve without like exposing the solution. Because if I tell you, "Hey man, I'm going to make you 100 grand this month," yeah, it's amazing, but it's not the essence. You want to learn about the problem and the pain that the customer having before you like explain the solution, because then you'll get, "Yeah, it's nice, it's cool, yeah, I want it, it's easy." So that's the mom test.
So I
Really
get
good book.
You want to know like how strong the problem first is, how painful the problem is before you just tell the solution.
Yeah, just because the solution always sounds nice. Because
That's a good point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the mom test. But we did the ideation for a couple of months. You can tell it to wherever, everyone that you want, just to learn more about the market, the problem, the pain, the customer, whatever. You should get out with it. Go out on. Again, if you work somewhere, I wouldn't like post on LinkedIn that I'm opening a new thing. If you're still working someplace, but it's okay.
Yeah, you don't want your boss to know that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
So what happened? You built an MVP. What's the first days like?
Because that you really like to code and create things, we did it even like too early. We created an MVP in around 2 weeks when we wanted to do it. It was like November, maybe December, that we thought like, okay, this is time to build an MVP because we have a couple of design partners that want to use the product. So we'll just build an MVP. And I just sat in my room, built it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that, just
Wow.
the MVP. Yeah, but that's a bad idea.
Why?
Because I built what I thought that was good.
You didn't get feedback.
Yeah, and it was an MVP, it wasn't that big, so it's not that bad, but it wasn't with like a ping pong process with my customers. Like,
Yeah.
okay, if I'll build you that, will be good. Okay, you're missing that, I'll add something. So it was just like me, my thoughts, and my vision of what's good.
Man, it's a classic problem with technical people. You just lock yourself in your room and build stuff.
Yeah.
So what happens next? Did Or like it, or did it not work? Like,
it worked. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. All of course helped me with the process and the product definition of what we want to do. Like, it wasn't just me; it was me and Or. I wrote the code, but it was both of us. In January, I think our third co-founder joined, Yair, as a chief product officer, and we started working with the design partners. We had a couple of really big, not like huge, but 500-ish employees companies in Israel.
wow.
Yeah. So we started working with them. Until this day, I don't know why they used that product. It was garbage. It was crazy.
But today's product is amazing, though.
Yeah, no, now it's okay. Now it's really good.
By the way, for people who don't know Novacy, maybe we can like share a bit what Novacy does.
Can you?
I can. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Go
Novacy,
ahead.
like you mentioned before, meetings are annoying, especially your sales. If you want to convince someone, they're not paying attention. They're on their phones, right? So you need a way to understand if they're like following you. So this is at least how I see it. And Novacy have a platform where you can like have it as a bot in your meeting, and it will see the people who joined, and like they can know if they're happy, if they're engaged, if they're excited at a certain point that you said in your sentence. They can tell you what you sell, which might be the keyword that will like hit them. You can tell if they're disengaged, if they're out on their phones, and you might not be seeing this because you're on your screen in your presentations. So that's the cool thing about Novacy, and they analyze your facial expressions, your tone of voice, what you're saying. So that's very cool.
Yeah, amazing. I love that you work with us.
Yeah, man, it's so cool. You know why I work with you is because I also is building something. Maybe we can do the mom test with my idea later on. So
Yeah.
so that's why I worked with you guys. I think it's a very cool company, and yeah, I had so much fun. You guys are the coolest. We had a ping pong table, so you have
Yeah.
all that an employee would want. And yeah, man, you guys are so fun.
Yeah, so that's Novacy. Now it's an amazing product. Back then it was like garbage with, I don't know. Design partners worked with a couple of months and then go to get some funds to make it bigger. And yeah, just closed the first one. It was hard. It was hard. It wasn't like this cyber startup that, I think I want to do cyber. Here's $10 million. It wasn't like that.
In today's date, like maybe that's AI. Okay, AI. Here's 5 billion.
Yeah.
You hear the Elias Ascover's company? What
1
was it?
billion.
SI, Super Safe Intelligence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, he has the background. But I want to ask about working in a company before building a startup. We've spoken about like the pros and cons about going to university, but now in a company.
Yeah.
Because I think this is a bit different. You get to see the market, you get to see like demand,
Yeah.
you get to talk to potential customers in the future. Your coworkers might be your co-founders. What do you think?
Wow.
Because there are people who like just found it right off high school or right
Yeah.
off university without working
Yeah,
someplace.
so to be honest, except for the army, I didn't work at any company that wasn't mine, except for these 6 months where I've been the VP R&D of this travel tech company.
Mhm.
I haven't worked for any company that wasn't mine, so I'm not the right guy to ask.
Okay.
but I think that that would be a good thing for sure. Until this day, I like on the first steps, I didn't know if I'm doing the right thing. Like not like the right thing, if I'm taking the right directions or whatever. It was on the level of like, is this code looks okay? Like how we should use Jira. I never used Jira before.
Makes
like,
sense.
So like the simple stuff, like how a company should work, how R&D division should work, like how a group in the R&D should work. So yeah, I definitely would recommend to work somewhere for a while. Anyway.
Right. So how an organization works, that's something we need to know. Because
Yeah.
if you're going to build a B2B company, you're going to help like a company. You know,
Yeah.
you got to know how the company works, right?
Yeah.
And their problems.
Yeah, it's from the small things to big things. Of course, if you work in like in this I don't know 1,000 employees company, you wouldn't know how the CEO is taking decision, how
Yeah.
to run a board or whatever. But still, the little things that how a day-to-day should work, how you give tasks to employees, how to manage employees. If we drill down to the R&D, so how you manage the Jira, how you should write the description of the task. I didn't know that back then. Now I hopefully doing alright, but I didn't know that. So definitely work somewhere is a good thing.
I think my time in Novacy is very, very fruitful because, you know, I get to learn from the CEO and the CTO on a daily basis, open office.
Yeah.
Can talk to anyone and see how the organization full works. So that's good. Can we do the mom test on my idea?
Yeah, of course.
And I want you to be very critical. I don't care if right now in this podcast you're gonna like just screw the idea because it sucks. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to hear honestly from you.
Yeah, remember, if I'm giving a compliment, that's a bad sign.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't give a compliment. And if it goes so bad, I'm probably gonna cut it out. Anyways, so the idea is like this. I am from Indonesia, and Indonesia is a big country. We have most in the countries are SMEs, so we have 270 million people in population. It's huge.
Wow.
Fourth in the world by population size. And most of us are business owners. Sorry, what I mean is most businesses are small business owners.
Okay.
Right? So most of the countries are like not built by big corporations, but like small mom and pop shops. And we realized that, hey, most of these people, they connect to their customers using WhatsApp. So like if I want to buy something from a cupcake store or like order a barbershop, like to book a time in the salon, I do not go to a website. I do not go to like a link tree. No, in Indonesia, the way it works. And this is very similar in Southeast Asia. So like Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, 4 huge Southeast Asian countries. We WhatsApp the business owner. Usually if they're a bit bigger, they have like an agent, like someone who takes care of it. But most of the time, it's the business owner themselves because the business is usually small. And the problem is it takes their time. Time is the problem. Second, sometimes they don't reply or reply slow.
Yeah.
And third, payments is done manually. If I want to pay the cupcake store so that they can send me the cupcakes, I'll have to send them they send me the invoice via PDF, drag and drop to WhatsApp. And I will like, and they give me their bank account number. I will do a manual transfer. The information is sent via WhatsApp. It's bad. Yeah. So like critical information can be like, you know, it's not safe. WhatsApp is safe, but you know, you might send it to the wrong person. Maybe multiple people use the WhatsApp account.
Yeah, I can see the problems and the frictions there.
It's not safe. And third, so number 1, customer support is not good. Time, slow. Number 2, payment is bad and very, very manual. And third of all, if you're a company and you're talking to 100, 200 people per week, there is so much information there. And we realized that customers, because this is like a very, very informal communication style, people like to talk about their preferences. Hey, I like the strawberry cupcake more than the chocolate one last week that I buy. So that actually is a very insightful business information. If you're the business owner and you read this, you get the general insights over time as you read it. But it's not saved. It's not like documented. It's not for someone else who might be new to the company as an employee. They don't know that people prefer the strawberry ones than the chocolate cupcakes. So what we thought of is, and we is me, you can build a system, a bot on WhatsApp to first of all respond the chat. Chatbot, simple, done. Problem 1 solved. Just connect to OpenAI or Claude, done. Number 2, connect to wallets. So we'll connect your WhatsApp account with our platform, which connects to wallets so that the people can pay with a QR code. Maybe instead of sending bank account information, you can just show a QR code through the chat and I'll click it. opens my phone wallet in an app, and I can pay. Done. One-click pay. And in the future, maybe we can also integrate the payment as a button through WhatsApp. Just click that, one-click pay, done. And third of all, analytics. This is the one I'm most excited about. Data is huge. Imagine 270 million people, all of them talking to businesses. You can know so much about a country and like the general zeitgeist of a market, the trends, the preferences of people, customer behavior for your company and for the whole country in general. So there's a lot of information that we can use to improve the business upon, and that's the good for the business. And for the customers, we can better aid them in what they want. For example, I'm a regular. I like the strawberry cupcakes. Then next time the bot can like, hey, same like last time, and it can be very, very casual because bots can be modified to become like a character. So this guy can, hey, what you like last time? We don't have to like, hi, my dear customer. Don't be so formal. We can be very fun. We can be very intriguing, and so that's the idea. And also maybe we have like promos during December, Christmas. Maybe we, it's not like a spam message to all the customers. Hey, promo Christmas. No, it's like, hey, are you going anyway this Christmas? It's like very casual. We can like work our way into getting the sale. So that's Julie. That's the idea. Right now, we're building the product, and I want to hear your ideas, thoughts about it.
Amazing. So
that's bad.
So actually, I'm not the right one to do a mom test on, because I'm not a client or customer or whatever that can give you like to even understand the pain.
Right.
Yeah, so I can only give you compliments on it because I don't know, like nothing. I don't know how big is the market, the pain, the whatever. It sounds good, the overall idea. The question that I would ask is about the customer themselves, because the biggest problem with SMBs and like those type of businesses that you're talking about are really small. So it's not even an SMBs, it's like the lowest of the lower SMBs.
Yeah.
So most of the times they don't know how to pay, like they don't have the money to pay for another platform. It's like selling to a B2C because you don't have like it's not hard to identify the buyer because it's only one, but they don't know usually how to buy it, and you don't have the regular channels like LinkedIn and conferences and stuff like that. So it's kind of a B2C vibe of selling. So that's a hard thing anyway. If you win, you win, but it's most of the time you lose. Did they ever embrace like a new tools, new technologies? Because I'm guessing that if you go to my grandmother and tell her, I want to integrate a bot on your business that will do this and that.
Right, it's too complicated for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you figure out those things, like how do you reach to customers, how do you acquire customers, how is it if they can pay and want to pay for that? That sounds amazing because the market sounds huge, but the market is there.
Good advice. That's a good point regarding it's more similar to a B2C.
Yeah.
Because the business owner is actually the person we're selling for.
Yeah.
Selling to the business is okay. The use case is in a business, but if the business is just a business owner, right, then it's like a B2C. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Amazing. I want to talk about customers a bit. You mentioned you spent a lot of time talking about customers. What kind of customers do you look for? Do you look for huge customers because then it's less of them, but huge ticket size?
I think that's depend on the goal of the company. Like you have enterprise selling, you have SMBs, you have just so you have everything. It's depend on your focus. You have your ICP, your initial customer. You have the ideal customer profile, and someone just I saw it on LinkedIn said like initial customer profile, which might be a different thing. Maybe on the start you want to start with smaller companies because they are maybe easier to reach, and it will be easier for them to take actions like
it's faster.
But maybe your ideal customer profile will be this huge enterprise. So it depends, and I think it's an exploration process. You have your thesis, you have your vision of what you want to do, but you need to speak with customers to realize what they want.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So there's what you are actually good for, but there's what you think you're good for.
Yeah.
And you have to you gotta explore the path towards the ideal customer that's actually very good for your company.
Yeah, and I think also, I'm not sure if every company does that, but to differentiate between the initial customer profile and the ideal customer profile. And both of them are exploration process, because you're telling Julie sounds amazing, but you don't know if it's gonna be for like this one person, I don't know, business
Or corporations, right?
or corporations, or maybe even 5 to 10 employees company is a really different thing than one employee company. Yeah, so the initial and the ideal are a bit different, and both of them need to be explored.
Yeah, I think it's a good point to separate them, because you have like the access to market. You might not have the credibility first to like immediately sell to big guys, right? But you want to have this as like your go-to-market strategy. Let's talk about advice for entrepreneurs. You've mentioned before it's very hard, and we have like so many people telling in the podcast previous episodes, don't do entrepreneurship, it's very bad. I think there's like almost 3-4 people who said that. What's your take on this?
Do it 100%. If you want to do it, and if you have the passion for it, do it. It's gonna be hell. Yeah, so I guess everyone that comes here and say that, it's because it's going to be hard. And yeah.
Can you share your toughest time? I don't know if it's too private, but maybe your toughest time in your whole journey of entrepreneurship so far, and how you managed to like get it through.
So one from the older days when I was, let's say, a beginner in that area, it was when the COVID came and all businesses just closed in a minute. It was hard times because we didn't have a reserve for those times. We didn't have the funds to live without customers, and we didn't have anything to do about it. We tried to go online. It didn't work out. So this was a really hard time when I thought I'm going to close the company after 3 years that I'm working on. It was a really tough time. You just need to keep on pushing, I guess. You need to be smart about it. I know a lot of people that have like those 7 to 10 years old companies just not working out. At some point, you need to stop and think about your way, and think about like if you're doing a smart thing, or just like it's not a bad thing to give up. It's not need to. It's you don't need to look at it. It's like you're giving up. Just like, okay, this thing didn't work, I'm going to do another thing.
Right, you gotta be adaptable.
Yeah, and you need to be like with criticism. How do you say that?
Be critical.
Yeah, be critical on yourself on those things. The other tough time was on the start of the war, like October 7th.
Yeah.
All the founders of the company, including, we was 12 at the start of the war. 6 of us was recruited to the company.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. So it's hard to, like, you have this baby for a couple of years now, and just like, I don't know what's going to be with it. I can't do anything about it. You just feel like your baby is slowly dying. Fortunately enough, we was back on time to it's not revive because it didn't die, but to restore the company to its good days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing, man.
Tough times.
Yeah.
But do it. Every day I'll tell you, do it. It's going to be hard, but if you have the passion and you want to do it, just start. You'll figure out the way.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. Uria, thank you very much. It's been a masterclass.
Thank you. It's been amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.